girls, how are you? We have our Q&A tonight. I always pop on a little earlier just to give Facebook a chance to catch up. So as you're hopping on, say hi. We are going to be doing a Q&A. I had a post, so I'm going to go to that and get some questions answered. And if you have questions, you can ask them live. Are my eyes that dark? Let me refresh my screen so I can see you. And like I said, I'm going to give it a few minutes to see everybody popping on. Yeah, my eyes are so dark. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The lighting. So couple eyeballs on us. But welcome. If this is your first Q&A, make yourself at home. I always say when you're crafting, sometimes it's a good idea to write, have a notebook. There's some B notes that are in the hub. You can just print those out and you can make notes as you're making projects. So this is a place that I want you to feel comfortable to ask your question. No question is too beginner-like or anything like that. So feel free to ask what you want. Hey, Nettie, how are you? Hopefully you're feeling better. There you go. I wanted to see the post. Hey, Patches. All right. So let me go in the group so I can just post or see my post. And then we'll have shout outs for you ladies that posted your inspiration. Next week is Creative Week, and I'll talk more about that. Not a lot of questions. I did the everyone, I tagged everyone, and I know some people don't like that. Patches has a question. So I don't know, what's the best way. I was going to do an email, but sometimes I don't think people read their emails. And Facebook only looks like it showed it to about 100 people. So I'm not sure if it's Facebook or if there's something more that I need to be doing so you guys know tonight's the night. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Karen. Yeah, I figure Facebook takes a little bit. How are you all doing? That sounded really southern. And I'm not. So yeah, if we don't have a lot, and then we'll go through the questions, but if questions don't come up, I definitely have other things that I can fill the time with. So don't feel like if you don't see questions coming up or anything like that, that we're not going to spend the hour together. So anybody working on some fun projects today? Let's see. Hey, Julie. I actually have a project and I was going to go live on the page and do it, and I haven't done it. I'm so anti-live lately, that's for sure. I don't think I've been on the main page in a long time. But anyway, I have these little hook things that go to my vegetable and fruit little baskets I just bought. I took it off my counter and put them up on the wall, and I was going to put fruit, vegetables in vinyl, but I haven't done that. At last get to see the oh, still no voice. Oh my gosh, Patches. Hopefully you're going to feel better. Ugh. That's been a while, hasn't it? It's been a couple weeks. It seems like it's progressing. So good that you'll get in. Also, hey Sherry, also if you didn't see, again, because I don't know what you see or what you may have said, so if I'm repeating myself, it's only for that reason. We did our project last week. We made this cute little onesie. I showed you how to use infusible ink pens. This onesie I'm going to be giving away. So there's a post here on the main page. Actually, I'm going to move it to the featured so that everybody can see it. It'll be under the featured tab. And then if you are a grandmother that has a 6 to 9 month old, I'll put your comment, and then this weekend, not this week, I forgot, we're going for my brother's 50th. Monday of next week, I'll put everybody's name on a wheel, and somebody else said this too. The other one's going, Jody is our moderator here, and she has a precious little granddaughter. So Jody's granddaughter is getting the original, the one that I tested before we did our project. Okay, so let me go and find that post so I could post it. Where is it? Well, that's a good thing though that I have to go down a ways to find it, but at the same time, you guys do too. So hold on. There you go. Here it is. Okay. So I'm going to put it under the, pinned to featured. So I apologize. I pinned it to the feature. It's in there. Basically, if anybody has a granddaughter or grandson, if you're okay with ladybugs, between 6 and 9 months, that would fit into that. Just put your name down there, and then I will put you on the wheel. Oh, she'll be cute. Yes. Yeah, very cute. So, okay, let's get to some questions. So if you're watching here live, go ahead and drop them in the comments. Anything that we did this month in regards to infusible ink, any questions that you might have on things that you might be working on, if you even have questions regarding the hub or Cricut Design Space or anything like that, just feel free to ask. So let me get to the post. Okay. So patches, hold on. 2 questions. I've heard and read about poly spray to use on cotton shirts for infusible ink. Have you heard about it? Okay. And then question 2, best way to put infusible ink sheet cutout on a pillow without taking the stuffing out. Thank you. And then Lisa responded and said, I responded. Oh, because Patches had it before. And it said, all depends on the brand you buy, how many coats you apply. Yes. Okay. So let's go to your first question. No, Patches, I have never even heard of poly spray. But I would have to assume that, yes, if it's a spray, you don't know if it's going to cover the surface. And if anybody's had experience with the poly spray, you're more than welcome to reply back to Patches either on the post or here in the chat. But I have not personally used it. What I've seen as far as how to use infusible ink / sublimation is there's a heat transfer vinyl that is a clear heat transfer vinyl, and I don't know the specific name of it, but it's like a clear sublimation vinyl that I've seen. What people are doing is they're putting that first on their surface and then putting the sublimation print or infusible ink print on that. Now, I've not personally used that. I think it's called, let me look, sublimation, because I've been intrigued by it, but I have not done it. Okay, so it's actually sublimation heat transfer vinyl. Amazon has it. A couple places has it. Sister Easyweed. It's called Sizer. Sorry, I would say Sister. Sizer Easy Subli heat transfer. So what I've been seeing is that people are using that Patches and then overlaying that. So I would look more into that if you have some shirts you want to use the infusible ink on that is in polyester. And then best way infusible ink. The only thing, I've done a pillow that was not stuffed, but because infusible ink, you need that hard surface. My suggestion would be if the pillow has, I know it has the stuffing, so you don't want to take the stuffing out. If you have a zipper, what I would do is I would take a piece of cardboard, cut it to the size, and I would stick the piece of cardboard to the, in there, and then be able to get some kind of surface in there. Or if the pillow is big enough and you can use like the Cricut mat to get in there, but that would be the only suggestion, just because if you don't take it out, you need firm, even pressure with infusible ink, and that might be a challenge if you have it stuffed. welcome, Patches. Hey, Birdie. Hey, Penny. Okay, so ladies, that can't be it. What's your dying questions? Okay. Hey, Cheryl. So I'm going to wait for questions to pop up. But while we're waiting, let me show you something cool. If you haven't been in Design Space lately, Design Space has some updates. Some of these updates used to be on beta, and now they're actually live from what I'm seeing here. So if you ever want to know how to get to, let me see. If you ever want to know like what's going on with Design Space, like sometimes you come into Design Space and it says got to do an update. Basically what you would do is you would come to the hamburger menu and you would hit what's new. And then it would tell you the latest release, which is 7.31, and what the new features are. Oh, no problems, Jody. Hey, Melanie from Wyoming, snowy Wyoming. So the new things that came out is the warp text, which that's pretty cool because it gives you that option to get the squiggly lines. Print then cut improvements. We've heard a lot about that. Basically, print and cut is now larger. So whatever we were used to before, it is now larger. And then it says auto resize bonus. If your printable image is too large for your paper size, you can now fix it. So let me show you, because the print and cut is probably the biggest, and I know it's been in the beta mode, but now it's out to everybody. So basically, let's just take an image and I just typed an animal. And I'm going to do operation type. I'm going to do print, then cut. Oh, really pretty birds. Oh, look at the dogs. Those are cute. Okay, there's a little lab. Let's grab her. Okay, so there's print and cut. So now print and cut is larger. So you'll see, I'm going to hold this down. Okay, so print and cut, you can see right now I have it set at 11.474 and then 8.888. Okay, so it's too large. This is too large to do a print and cut. Hey, Elaine. So here you'll see there's this little exclamation point, and if you click it, it will tell you that your image is too large. We have detected that the max shape for that shape is 9.61 by 7 and 4. So here's the thing. Before, as a Cricketer, again, that's the advantage you guys have because you're getting these new features and you're not possibly even used to the old features. But before, what you would have to do is you'd get this little notice and then you'd have to come up here and then you would have to say, oh, what's the size? And then that would disappear. And then you'd have to go back and you would have, and then after a while, you just kind of knew what the print and cut size was. But now what's cool is you could hit auto resize. So, because my paper size is not changing. If you have larger paper, then you have larger print and cut options. But I don't have a larger paper, so you could just hit auto resize image, and now it automatically resized it, and then you can move on with your project. So this is a fun feature. So this is you could make a sticker out of this. So let's say this is your print and cut. I'm going to do an offset. There's my little sticker. See how it's going to, and then it'll cut around the sticker. So I actually just attach these two. And then if I go, oh, now it's bigger. Yeah, auto resize. Once I added the offset, it added some more stuff to it. So now, if you wanted to, and you printed this on sticker paper with this big sticker, you can do that, okay? And it will cut around there. So, just something fun, something if you're not aware of. It's always fun to come into your hamburger menu, see what's new, and then you could even see what other things are. Sometimes it's just app improvements. Sometimes It's manipulate the height and size of images without having to scale just click and drag the side, the image you want to adjust. That's it. So there's lots of changes. I don't even know what that was. So lots of changes. So just so you know, that's something cool. That's better, right? It is better, Cheryl. Yep. What is print and cut? So print and cut, Debbie, is where you want the image to print on a printer, and then you bring it back to the machine, and then the machine cuts it out, usually the outer layer. So print and cut is very common when you're making stickers, which there is a video. We've actually done a couple of projects with print and cut, because we've done a project not just with stickers, we've done it with that DTV for the garden flag. That garden flag's been used for so many examples. But if you go into the hub and type print and cut, you'll see some projects. So print and cut is just another way to use your machine. It's just another function other than just cutting. So I hope that helped. Okay, so I said what was new, right? Let's see if there's anything else. I don't think there's anything else. I'm trying to think. Images. Let's see. Oh, is that owl cute? Cute. Look at that bee. I thought there was a way that you could see new images. Oh, so here's another thing too. So a lot of people love seeing the images, especially if you have Cricut Access. They love seeing the images that recently were added, because Cricut's constantly adding images. So if you come to Canvas, Canvas, like new project. Go to images. Up here you can go all images, or you can actually come through here and you can find recently added images. So Cricut just recently added 500, aren't these cute? 500 new images. So this is always fun, because I'm telling you ladies, I know some of you don't have Design Space at Cricut Access, but even if you don't, you can still come here for inspiration and do it yourself or find it somewhere else. But for Mother's Day, my mother, my friend, so lots of rainbows, little bees coming up for summer. So that's a way that you can filter, and you can filter by popular. So these are some of the popular designs, which is crazy because these are all Halloween. But just so you know, images, I love them. I think it's fun that you can come in here. And then if you don't have Cricut Access and you want to find an image, you can come here and just hit free. And there's 3,123 free images in Design Space. So know that even though you don't have Cricut Access, you can still get designs. Okay. I have to do, oh, did I not? Hold on. Oh, camera, yeah. Yes, what is beta? So beta is, like Lisa had mentioned, it's like a test. So Cricut just basically gives the option for some people to use it before it gets passed out to the masses. It gives them an idea of, one, how people are reacting to it, things that they could fix before they go to full launch, inputs, things like that. So that's what a beta is. I have to do a test of all these sublimation markers. Best way, I have to do a test on all. Test it all. What you could do probably is just go into Design Space and maybe just do a shape, and just, if you have 32. So I would do, if I was testing my pens, if you wanted to do that. Testing how though? Are you just trying to see the ink? Because if you're trying to see the ink, then that's just a matter of putting it on paper. So tell me how you want to test it, Debbie. Do you have to calibrate before every you don't have to calibrate, and there is a video. When you're doing print and cut, you do want to calibrate your machine. So if you've never done print and cut, there's a video in the hub on how to calibrate your machine. It's super easy. Just follow the prompts on the screen and you'll be able to do it. Now, that doesn't mean once you do it, it's done, it's said and done. They do recommend, as machines updates and things like that, to do calibrations whenever. They don't hurt to do them, especially if there's one that, you know, like you're going to do a lot of print and cut. So make sure you do it. Lisa said she's only done it once. But yeah, it doesn't hurt if you do more. Hold on. Elaine said, have you been seeing a lot of people doing the glass tiles with words? Can you teach us that soon? Etching? Are they doing etching in glass? Is that what they're doing? Glass tiles. Let me know, Elaine, what type of project is it? Like what kind of tiles? I have to, my color is wrong. Oh, Debbie, yes. Yours was like where it was supposed to be green and it turned blue or something. You know, honestly, here, if you wanted to test your colors, what you could do is the simplest, and I don't know why. I'm probably overthinking this. But get a canvas, an 8 by 10 canvas, a panel preferably. Canvas panel, go to Dollar Tree, get one. Come into Design Space, and I would just pick a shape, like a heart. I'd make it small. And then do, go to pen. So change your thing to pen, all right? Come here and then change your material size to an 8 by 11 piece of paper. And then I would hit like, how many pens you have? 36, 30, I'm not sure. 15 I had. Hit apply. Oh, but then you have to, how do you change the color? That's not going to work. Shoot. That wasn't going to work. Well, you could duplicate this heart like that, duplicate it to how many colors you have, and then you can change the color of the marker so it prints on a different sheet. So, well, it didn't even do that. Let me think about that. Does anybody have an idea? I really tried to help you on that one, Debbie, because in my mind, I guess what you could do, you don't even need Design Space. Take your pens, write something on a piece of paper, like make hearts on a piece of paper, okay? And then take that piece of paper and take a canvas from Dollar Tree and press it on there. And then you'll see your colors. You just have to get your colors onto a surface. So you could do it on a canvas, and that will work. Okay, so try that. I mean, you basically just write on a piece of paper and get it on there. Oh, we hear him in the background. He's so loud. I've been seeing them. Shinsen. Meaning color of ink is not what I'm getting. Yes, with the crooked band. Yeah, that's what I would do. You know, maybe do a heart and write the color underneath with that same pen and keep going. And then put it on the canvas and then see if it all matches up. That's the only way I can think. Yeah, just color with them, like Jody said. Yep. Square with the pens. I need to pick. Oh, yeah. Pick a color. Yep, that's what I was trying to do. On Lowe's glass tile, kind of like subway tiles. Oh, that's funny you said that. I actually did that project years ago for my daughter and her boyfriend. At that time, they were living in Kansas. So I know exactly which tiles you're talking about. And I actually might even have, those tiles. It might have been a perch, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Basically, it's just those glass tiles, and then they're doing like, in my case, we did it where I did the I Love Glitter font. So it was Ashley with the little heart, and then it was Dustin at the time. So I know what that one is. I know what that is. Yes, the ink will work on canvas. So the ink will, because it's considered like sublimation. And I just recently, because I even thought about that on my painting business side, I was trying to use it for my kits. I had some struggles and it wasn't going, and I just figured another way. But yes, if you use the infusible inks and then you draw on a piece of paper, it should transfer to a canvas. Yes, I'm sorry. Once you heat press it, yeah, that's a key point. Thank you, Lisa. You have to heat press it, Karen, to the canvas. Why can't you use the markers on cotton? It's just the chemical, whatever those ink pens, whatever chemical, whatever ingredients they're using in those pens, don't work with the cotton. And that's, again, infusible ink and sublimation are pretty much one and the same thing. So sublimation inks, like if you have a sublimation printer, you would need a polyester shirt, or you need what we mentioned earlier, the sublimation vinyl to get your design on there. Yes, with their kids. Yes, with their kids' names over it. Yep. You know what that is. I know what that is. And then they put the kids' names, probably like cut out into the mom, I'm sure. Yeah. I'll see, Elaine. I'll see what I can do on that. The red is not a true red in the infusible ink. Ask me how I know. Yeah, mine, to be honest, the one came out like a little, it's got like a pinkish hue to it. And then this one, it was the same pen. So I used the same pen, and that one came out even lighter. So again, I didn't know if I didn't put enough pressure on it. Was I not coloring it in? Maybe I just colored this one in a little thicker. So infusible ink can be, like you play with it. And a lot of you did, and I'm happy to see that. So what is a sublimation printer? So a sublimation printer is just like a home printer. That's what it looks like. It just uses different ink. So instead of like the ink that we normally have in a printer that allows it to do color, like an inkjet printer, sublimation printer is a printer that uses sublimation ink, and that's where you'll see like people selling sublimation transfers to put on shirts. That's how they're printing it. They're printing it on that machine, usually on a printer, or they have like their big heavy duty machines. So it's just a different type of printer, and sublimation is really big. I don't know what the craze is, because it's so easy. You print it and you press it. You print it and you press it. Cups, same thing. You printed, Bill was going to do some tumblers, but then we looked into it and we're not ready to get a printer. But it's just a print and press kind of craft. Not craft, I don't want to say it's a craft. But it's very, very popular. Very popular. Badges put it very well. It is more expensive. I actually looked at a printer, sublimation printer, because I was thinking of something in the future, and the sublimation printer was $663. But that's not too bad. I've seen them as high as $1,500, and that's just because they're printing larger sheets. I've seen them as cheap as $300. My printer that I have, I did pay for that regular printer. I think it was like $350. But I love it because of the way the ink is. I'm not buying cartridges. I really am not. I think I buy my little ink bottles, and I probably fill them twice a year, maybe 3 times a year. And I print a lot. I print a lot. So I love it. Yes, that's true. So there's, Lisa mentioned you can always use printer for sublimation, not used for everyday printing. So there are hacks, like there always is, of people that come out with more or inexpensive ways to get the same results. I don't know if they're necessarily the same results, but they work for some. So basically they would take a regular printer and just never use it as a regular printer, just put the sublimation ink in it and then use it. I've heard mixed reviews. Some people say, oh, well, it works perfectly. And then some say, no, not so much, because that's not what the machine was made for. So there's a lot more maintenance issues that they have. So work what's best for you. But if you're going to invest, then I would definitely know what crafts you're going to use it for. But then I can't say that because some of us have a Cricut and didn't know what we were going to use it for. So if you want one, have one. Oh, Karen said we just bought an Echo Tank printer to save money. Yes. Is that what mine is called? It's Ecotech. I think so. Can you let us know what printer it is that you have? Oh, yes. I just talked about that. I love the printer I have. I'll show you. I honestly, I've owned printers in my life, and it's always like, I'm out of ink, and it's expensive. It's like $30 for ink. So let me go. I should have it in one of my lists. Hold on. Let's see. Where's my list? Hello. I'll see more. Hold on. I know I have list. Your idea list? No. Craft supplies. Cricut supplies. Did I put it in there? So there's a couple lists on my Amazon store. But let me see. Oh, that'll take too long. Hold on. There you go. What's in the cart? I swear, between myself and my kids and Bill and I, printer. Okay, so here are the bottles I bought. So last time I bought was February 8th. So I changed it in February, and it's already made, like, nowhere near empty. And I still have some left. It's this one. So see, I bought it almost 3 years ago. It was 2.5 years ago. Oh. Prices have gone up. It is now $500. It was not $500 when I purchased it. I know it was it was about $350 to $400, if not a little above $400, but not by much. It was not $500. But this is the one I have. It's an HP 551 wireless all-in-one tank. But see, up to 2 years of inkjet bottles. So like I said, they give you these bottles, and then refilling it, I don't even know how many times I refilled it. So ink. Oh, it's going to show me all the ink. But I know it is once or twice a year. But that's an investment. That's a really high investment. You can definitely find cheaper. Karen just bought one. Yep. See, Elaine just bought one, an Epson EcoTank 4850. She loves it. Perfect. Yes, ladies, give Cheryl suggestions if you have printers that you enjoy that are less expensive than mine. Does not sell that. It's never newer ones now. Oh, Patches says that HP has a deal and you pay by how many pages you print. I know a lot of people who use it and love it. I've never heard of that. I have not heard of that. But having a good printer definitely does help if you're, one that's going to do like print and cut or other projects like that. Okay, so let's see, what else do we have going on? I talked about the giveaway. Next week is Creative Week. So what Creative Week is, it's a week to just breathe. Do some videos maybe in Design Space, or not Design Space, in the hub that maybe you wanted to tackle. Maybe this week, you know, on Creative Week, you say, okay, I'm going to do sublimation or infusible. Words are hard tonight. Or I'm going to try heat transfer vinyl, or I'm going to try to make a sticker. So Creative Week is just your time to take what you need and implement what we've taught here. And that's the only way that you're going to be able to master your machine, is by just practicing. So that's what Creative Week is. And it's also a time to come in here, post your pictures, inspire others. It's a really fun week because everybody's been working on projects. And so this is their time to shine and come in here and do that. You could do that anytime. Some of you ladies do it all the time, and I love that. And in Creative Week just kind of ramps it up. So, printer inkjet or laser? It's inkjet. HP 7000 Janet has. Jody has a Canon from Walmart for $50 all-in-one print, fax, copy, and scan. Perfect. Yes, there's some that are very, very inexpensive. And it really depends on what you use it for, and how much you use it, you know, because I use my printer a lot, and it would rack up on ink and stuff. So yes, there's definitely other alternatives, and printers are probably the most asked question about, because to be honest, it took me even a while to get the right one. And I want to say, and I could be wrong, but I think it was Alexis. I have a crafting friend, Alexis from Purposeful Indulgence, and I think I asked her what printer she had 3 years ago, and she told me. So, but don't quote me on that, but it doesn't matter who told me, but it's a good printer. All right. Okay. I just saw Julie said this was a question earlier about getting into the hub. So just so you know, because this question does get asked a lot, and we do have new people that pop in. So if you're ever in doubt as far as how to get to the hub, just go to BeInspiredWithCarol.com. That is where my blog is, and all the things. You can come in here where it says member login, making sure I'm sharing my screen, and you can come here and click. Now, if you've ever logged into your computer, it's going to automatically take you to the hub. Okay, so if you ever forget how to get to the hub, that's where you can go. And if you have consistent issues with getting in the hub, or just a question about your membership or anything like that, just email customer service at BeInspiredWithCarol.com. And I have Amanda who helps me with my membership, and she is amazing at getting you ladies in the hub, out of the hub, all the things, changing your credit cards, canceling, whatever it is. Amanda's there, and she's awesome at it. So if you email us, we can take care of that. Okay, so that's where the hub is. And I do strongly, this hub is my baby. I built it from scratch, and I'm very, very proud of it. It makes your experience here, in my opinion, that much better, because you don't have to go through the Facebook group and try to find things. You can simply come to the hub and find anything that you may be looking for. So even by project, that's where I said if you wanted to tackle a paper craft this week, you can come and find some projects. We've been around for about over a year. So there's tons of content and videos available in the hub, and they're all nicely put together. Thanks, Patches. Janet said, I love having a Tang printer. That's probably what it is, right? Because it's the filling of the ink. Patches said, before school starts and Black Friday's the best. Patches says Black Friday's the best time to get a printer. I tried to find the garden flag, and when I put in the search bar, it gives me paragraphs with the words in it. I don't see the live. Okay, so let's help Karen. So let's see what pops up when you did garden flag. I know what you're saying. Other videos will come up. Oops, if you spell garden right, it would come up. Okay, so this is actually the very first one. It's the Cricut, and it's not really labeled correctly, so I can see where the confusion comes in. The garden flag, so if you're going to make a garden flag, so this is the live that I did the garden flag. So it's the DTV tutorial. So if you go here, yeah, this is the garden flag I did. So it's this, it's the very first video. Very first video. And then see, we talked about it so much. This is the garden flag project in the hub. Good, I found the canvas garden flag. That's something else. So yeah, we've talked about the garden flag a lot. See, garden flag, but you can use DTV. So the garden flag is a very popular project. But yes, that's what it is. It's the Cricut Academy DTV tutorial, and that's where you'll find the garden flag. But that was a winter garden flag, but you can use the same technique for a print and cut project or print and cut image, and you can make a spring flag, which has been on my to-do list for like 4 weeks now. So our porch, our entryway looks so bare. And I'm even ashamed of it because I don't have a garden flag out there. I had a welcome mat that I was going to do something with, and I've just been busy doing other things, and I haven't done it. So I should just go on the page and do it. No, so so that's a good question, Cheryl. So the hub is the hub. Where is it? So you could be a part of different hubs. Let's see, it doesn't show it for me. And it did before. Why is it not showing? If you're part, let's see which one it is. If you're part of multiple hubs, you can now, oh, there we go. Okay, so here's for the ladies that are, let me get into the hub. So for the ladies that are in our DIY club and they're in the Cricut Academy, or you're in the Cricut Academy and you're my virtual paint party. So they're all in a hub, but they each, so here's the hub, the master hub, and then there's like 3 mini hubs underneath it. So it's like, this is the umbrella, and then it's all of them. But what they added to it is a really cool feature. So now, since I'm signed in, I can come here and I can go in between hubs. So if I wanted to jump into the virtual paint party hub, I can come here and I can jump into the virtual paint party hub. Then I can go back up to this little arrow and I can jump into the DIY club. So any membership groups I have, or groups that I take care of, I have a hub for. And that's just to protect me because I'm not, Facebook. I always afraid it's going to go away. But you can toggle, that's the word, you can toggle between hubs. As long as you use the same email for that hub. Oh, thanks, Patches. You're welcome, Karen. Just a note, I did a garden flag for the Hello Spring project. I got the flag from Hobby Lobby. It's like canvas and it's huge. It does fit on the flag frame. I would not buy it again for a flag. It's like canvas and it's huge. It does fit. Oh, you didn't like the canvas? Is that what you're saying, Karen? I would not buy it again, or would buy. Oh, Lisa's been sewing her own flags. Is it email and password, Jody? I guess because I always use the same password for everything, so that could be it. So if your email and password is the same, and you can reset your password. So if it's not showing up, then you can reset it for one of them. But thank you for letting me know that. But yes, you can toggle between your hubs if you use the same email and password. Okay, hold on. I need some chapstick. All right, we're good on time, ladies. What else can we talk about? Let's do some shout outs. Let's look at some pictures. Because I saw some cuties. We're good on time. Yeah, it's still 20 minutes. Hold on. Let me get my chapstick. There it is. All of a sudden I'm gonna fall from this chair again. Yes, Penny. Yep. Make sure you're doing the toggle thing. Okay. You think so? Okay. Penny, let me know. Let me know if you guys, maybe I'll post that and see if everybody can see that toggle. Okay. Let's look at some pictures. Get some shout outs. Let's go back to we did. Yes. So we had, let me just do the whole screen. You guys don't have to see me. Let's see. We had Michelle. She made her first door hanger. How cool is that? We're going this way. Christy, that's super cute. She made Bloom Where You Are Planted, and it was like a 3D wood cutout. She also made a shirt. Look how fun that is. Melody, she made a door hanger. Super cute. Love the swag. Melody made some thank you tags. Oh, this was really cute. Yes, she made a thank you tag. I think it was, if I remember correctly, it was like a last minute kind of thing. Donna made a spring flag on those polyester flags we got. Donna made a strong woman. Love that. Cheryl was on the struggle bus, but she gets the award for the most persistent and did get her project done. So good for you, Cheryl. I love it. Hallelujah. Sweet Jesus. I finally got it to work. I love that. So never give up. Keep going. She was amazing. She was coming in here, asking her questions. Everybody was so helpful. Lisa always offers to go on the Zoom with you ladies. So thank you for that. And in the end, she got it done. And that's what this is about. Helping each other, getting through those tough times. Nancy got it on her first try. Nancy's got some really good markers because hers are red. Elaine made hers, but Elaine, her question was more of the pressure part of it. It looks a little light. And with her inks. And then Kim's pens originally dried up, and she ended up using another design and doing the Talk About Cutie. Isn't that cute? Oh, Talk About Cute. And she used the infusible pens and colored and made her design. So that's super cute. Sonia did hers. The only thing we thought was Sonia, I love the look. I love that faded look. So I'm perfect. Like I use this bag every day. But Sonia had questions regarding why maybe it didn't come as vibrant, and we figured it could be the material, because it may not be a full polyester. So, but again, a beautiful design. I mean, she colored all of this in. She printed it, she colored it. Talk about like craft therapy. That's perfect. I wanted to share with you. So, and then Debbie did hers. Again, infusible inks, but Debbie struggled with her colors because she said this is supposed to be green and it was blue. So that's why Debbie wants to test out her infusible inks. Yeah, see, she had forest green. Deb, I couldn't help. If there's anybody here that can help, Deb really wants to do these with the infusible ink pens. I tried to get it into Design Space, but it kept not giving the full design. Like it was like eliminating certain areas, and I don't know how to fix that. So if anybody knows how to do that, try it. I saved it as an SVG. I uploaded it as a PNG. I mean, I did a couple things because I was really trying to help her and I couldn't get it to work. But she really wants to use the pens to make this. Carol made a tray for her daughter. Very cool. Those trays are very popular and very simple to make with the handles. So thank you for that. There's our Q&A. Patches had some tips on these shirt rulers that she found. I actually use a shirt ruler. I got it from a company a long time ago off of YouTube. And I do use it. Eventually you just start to eyeball things, but they're definitely helpful. So she shared that tip. And the pillow she got, I think this was as clearance. Then Janet, look at the cutie patootie, made 2 of the, she personalized. Yeah, she said, made these for my grandson for Easter. Not quite centered, but Daddy wanted the letters on the bunnies. His name is Michael Louise, but his dad's name is Louise. Oh, that's so fun. Louis, not Louise. Got it from a company. Oop. Let's see. Is that it? I think that's it. Yes, that was our last one. So yeah, lots of inspiration, and you'll see on Creative Week, you'll see more inspiration come through. So, like I said, you're here to learn the Cricut. Take advantage of your membership. Come as often as you can. Sometimes I know how it is. I'm in so many groups, and majority of them, to be honest with you, are paid groups that I pay to be a part of. And I always try to make a point, but there's groups I visit more than others. But definitely want to see that you guys utilize that. So, the hearts. Let's see. Penny said, I had no idea. I'm excited. Oh, about the toggling? Is that what you're saying? Carla said, so sorry I was at my nephew's ball. No need to be sorry, Carla. We won 12-5. I will watch the replay for sure. Perfect. Ball games are it. My daughters were avid athletes. We played basketball, we played softball, we played volleyball, and I was at every game. There was probably on one hand, if it was something work related, no, I was there all the time. So I'm a huge sports mom, and Bill and I are actually looking forward to grandchildren that we could go and watch their softball games or whatever, because I would only hope that my girls, and I shouldn't even say sports. We don't care what it is. If they're in the band, we'll go watch them in the band. So we're just excited about all that. Yeah, Jody, they all did good. Well done, Penny said. Lisa said, you ladies are doing awesome and not newbies anymore. Yes, lots of you have moved on, and I love it. I love it. You are trying things and making things. The next holiday is like Mother's Day, so there's lots of gifts you can personalize with mothers. Elaine mentioned the tiles that everybody's doing with the names on there. Father's Day is coming up, so there's so many gift holidays coming up, and it's always nice to have your Cricut because you can personalize anything. Patches, one of her great granddaughters played t-ball and had more fun playing in the dirt. Oh yeah, I was that mom that would be on the sidelines, and I'd be like, "Are you ready?" Like my daughters, cause they're looking everywhere else. Hey, ready position. I'm competitive, ladies. Bill thinks it's crazy, but I am very competitive. But I also taught them, you don't win them all. That too. So, Petty said, my 15-year-old grandson got hit in the nose at his last game, broken nose and stitches. Oh, that's heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. But he'll come back better than ever the following year. But yes, I'm sure that's sad. That's a hard way to not be in a season. So I don't think the tile attaches to anything. It just sits. It's like a shelf sitter. At least that's what I remember it as. I want to say, yeah, there's no way for me to find the one I made for Ashley. At least that I don't. Let's see. So they kind of look like this. Somebody on Etsy is actually, yeah, she just put it on a sign. So this one put it, so it's like they're blocking out the name and then putting it on the tile. But to be honest, if I remember correctly, let me see. Let's go into Design Space. Okay, so we would do like Mom. Probably getting into trouble trying this now. Okay. And then we would put like Annalise in like a scriptive bookmark. Hold on. Script. Okay, so let's see. Let's put it in that one. Okay, and then we're gonna do I don't like that font. Hold on. I don't like that one. Hold on. I'm playing. If you guys have questions, you can ask them still. Let's see. Handwriting. Is it the watermelon one? I tried the watermelon. That's the one I like. Nope. They use I Love Glitter. Yes, I don't know if I have I Love Glitter on here. I Love Glitter. Oh, I do have the I Love Glitter. Okay, I have the I Love Glitter. So the I Love Glitter, okay. Okay, there's something with the I Love Glitter. Ashley. Okay, so I Love Glitter font is in dafont.com. So if you go to dafont.com, you can download the I Love Glitter. Okay, so that's your first step. You're going to do I Love Glitter, and then you're going to do it here. Okay, and you can download it. Now it has this little glyph with the heart. There's a way to do that. Okay, asterisk for the, okay, the font comes with loads of features. Type asterisk for the heart. Okay, so if you come here into Design Space, okay, so let's go here and do Shift asterisk. There's your heart. Okay, and then here's the, so what you could do, I don't know why the heart looks like that. You could do this, hit attach. Let's do that. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your letters, you're going to attach all these. We'll do it for this purpose. Attach, okay? You're going to make it smaller so it goes over your mom, okay? So that's a good size. Now I'm going to do an offset. I'm going to come up here, and you can watch this on the replay. I'm going to make it smaller. Oop, that's... Here we go. Could probably make it even smaller. 8. Apply. Okay. So So it's a little offset. Oop, where'd the offset go? Did I not save it? I did not apply. Okay, hit apply. All right, I'm gonna change it to white. And then, oops, go back. Nope. Okay, now we have the offset. So we're gonna attach everything. My offset, Ashley, I'm gonna hit attach. I'm gonna come up here. Is that how I'm gonna do it? Hold on. No, I'm gonna hit weld. Nope. Nope. I want to take this and I want to slice it out of this. But I can't do it because there's more than 2 layers. Okay, let me think. Hold on. I'm trying to think how to do that. How do you put the hearts? Asterisk and a heart, the asterisk. But you want to do in the solid hard doodle type underscore. Okay, so you could do, probably going in a rampage over here. Let's do Annalise underscore. There we go. So if you want this heart, you're going to hit shift and your underscore. So your underscore is the key. So shift and underscore. It's the key between the 0 and the plus sign. And then that'll give it, and then you could type Ashley. Oh, maybe that'll work now. Hold on. Okay, so that's how you would do your name. They keep talking about slicing. Yes. Okay, so this is how we're going to do it. If I don't know if it's going to work. Okay, so there's your name. I did it so long ago. So let me do an offset. So that's how you would type it. I love glitter. Then you do underscore, get the heart, then type the other name. Change that to white. Okay, attach. Yeah, I don't know how to make this into one layer. Because if you take the offset off, and then do the mom, then you can slice. Okay, so there you can slice it, but I don't know. Yeah. So basically, I showed you how to do the letters. So the I love glitter. Showed you how to put the heart in there. But because the slice, it has to be one layer. And I don't know, I mean, how would you line that up? That looks weird to me. But I'll look into it some more. I hope that helped a little. At least, like I said, at least you got to do the name. You just got to figure out the slicing. And I did it so long ago that I couldn't remember. Yeah, so there's your letters. So this, again, is the underscore. So I hope that didn't confuse you more than it should have. But DeFont.com, go grab the I Love Glitter. You can get it into Design Space. We just got to figure out the whole cutting. Can you slice mom? You can slice mom, but I thought there's like an offset so that when you slice it, it gives you that section. But I don't know how to make the offset and your letters one piece, if that makes sense. I don't think you offset when you're leaning. So it could be what I just did, but that looked like such a small space. Because I thought, and I'm not showing you my screen because I'm doing one more thing. Let me see if that works. Oh yeah, you could do this. Okay, let me see. Okay, so this is what I just did now. Okay, let me show you. Okay, so this is our word. Okay, and here's our mom. So what I did now, and I don't know. So there's our word and our mom. So I went to the letters. I did do the offset. I made it a little smaller. Okay, I hit apply. I changed the offset to white. All right, now I took the offset. Oops. Where did it just go? Where did it just go? Okay. Okay, so there's the offset. So I took it over the mom. Now I highlighted both, the mom and the offset. I hit slice. When you hit slice, it looks like nothing happened. Now we're going to take this. You can delete it, hide it, delete it, and delete it. Okay? So you should be left in your panel. We'll even delete this one. Hold on. Okay. So when you look at your panel, you should just have the sliced mom and the Annalise and Ashley. And then you can come up here and you can line it up this way. Okay. So that's how I got it in there. So I did the offset to slice it. And then it was able to do it. So now, let's see, if I hit attach and hit make it. Yeah. So if I hit attach and I hit make it, this is how my vinyl would cut out. And then I would just weed it, take the transfer tape, and apply this to my tile. So I think I figured it out. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. With a break. Yeah, I think the offset I was doing because I wanted like a fatter break in the letters. Because otherwise to me the font was a little too thin. So I think if you do this, I'm okay with this. I think this is really cute. It says Annalise and Ashley, you know, maybe center it more. That might be the only other thing I would do different probably is center it. You know, maybe put the offset on there with the mom and hit align and center before I sliced it. So that would probably be the only thing. Oh, Patches says great. Okay, so that would be the way that I would do it. That's how I would do it. I hope that helped. I hope that helped. That was a challenge, Elaine. Thank you very much. When I did it for Annalise, or when I did it for Ashley and her boyfriend Dustin, I didn't do like the slicing. I just actually did, it said Ashley, heart, Dustin. I used the I love glitter. And then I just put it like that on a tile. Karen said, love it, perfect. So yes, that's a really cute little, just a very nice, elegant little shelf sitter that you could do on glass. And I would just use regular vinyl. Save it. Okay, I'll save it. Good plan, Penny. And then what I'll do is, if I play around with it some more, but yes. So I hope that helped. I saved it. That's the only thing I would do different is the alignment. So what I'll do is, yes, big glass blocks. So those are done. Let me see if I can remember. Lowe's. I thought it was Lowe's or Home Depot. Let's see. So they're done. They're like this almost. Hold on. I'm not showing my screen yet. My computer just died. Oh my gosh. It's doing some kind of update. Oh, geez, Maurice. It literally just died. The ones you put lights in. No, Karen, it's not those. It's not the clear ones that you put the lights in. They're actually tiles that I think you put them on the wall. Like they're individual tiles, but they're rectangle. They're rectangle. My computer decided to update. Mom, and just delete the box contents instead. Can you put a box inside, Mom? Yeah, you could do a box too, but I think the offset makes it look cleaner. You can frost them and put them lights in the clear. The only thing with those light ones, I don't think it gives you a clear enough surface. I know I had 2 of them actually. That's how crazy it was. I have no internet now. All right, and I'm over my time. Oh yeah, no problem. No problem, Karen. Let's see. You kind of look. See how my brain works? Like once I get my head stuck on something. Oh, those are textured. They're almost like these tiles. Where you can kind of see they're just that rectangle shape. So, okay. They call them glass tiles. Yeah, so they're like the rectangle glass tiles. Yep. I've done a lot of clear blocks and they're easy to apply. Yes, and they're very easy to apply. Absolutely. That's a really good surface to do that, to do these kind of projects. So, but I hope this was an informative. I hope this was subway tiles. Yes, similar to subway tiles. Yep. But they're not subway tiles. They have a glass surface, but they're shaped like subway tiles. So, by tomorrow, Elaine, I'll have the link and I'll. But I hope this was informative. I hope you guys learned something. If your takeaway. I would love to know in the comments something that maybe was something you didn't know. So maybe drop a comment below. It also helps others when they're watching the replays to kind of know what we were doing here. This replay will be in the hub tomorrow, so you don't have to search for it here in the Facebook group. Oh, you're so welcome, Elaine. I just did a test on my infusible pens, used 1.4 and 4 together. I have 2 colors off. Oh, look at that. 2 colors off. That's crazy. Yes, Jody, yep. Great class. Patches said perfect. Penny said thanks, Carol. Awesome. Thanks for all the hearts, ladies. But yes, drop your comments below. Even if you're watching the replay and you did have a question, don't worry. Go ahead and post it here. I have amazing moderators. The ladies are amazing that come here and help when I may not see something. So make sure you're using that. Oh, thanks, Julie. This was great. Perfect. Cheryl's looking for printers. Oh, you're so welcome, Karen. Thanks, Jody, for being here. Thanks, Lisa and Patches and all of you ladies for helping with questions. Next week is Creative Week, so we are off. We don't craft next week. We just post, inspire, and just have a good time. I love Creative Week. I love seeing what you have all been working on. Thanks, Isabel. Oh, thanks for the hearts. Oh, good, Birdie. I'm glad. Hey, Deb. Bye, Deb. Oh, I've learned a lot to learn. Oh, you have learned. I have a lot to learn. Take your time, Bonnie. Find something, find one maybe project you want to work on. Don't, I try to take the overwhelm out. Don't get overwhelmed with trying to do all the things. Take it one step at a time. You'll be fine. You're in the right place. I'm on the printers and the garden flat. Perfect. Karen learned something with the printers. Perfect. You're welcome, Melody. All right, ladies, I'm going to hop off, clean up. Thank you. And if you need anything, you know where to reach us. All right. Bye, guys.